How a addicted war veteran who accidentally created Coca-Cola. Have you ever wondered how a simple drink became a global phenomenon? What if I told you that Coca-Cola, one of the world's most iconic brands, was created by an addicted war veteran who never expected it to be what it is today? In this video, we'll dive into the unexpected story of how Dr. John Pemberton, a doctor, war veteran, and morphine addict, created the world's most recognized soft drink. Let's explore how his pain and struggles led to the invention of a product that changed the world. The early life of Dr. John Pemberton. John Pemberton was born in 1831 in Knoxville, Tennessee, and grew up in Rome, Georgia. From a young age, he was curious about medicine. He got his medical license at 19, starting his journey in a field that would soon change his life. But Pemberton wasn't like the typical doctor. He was interested in herbal medicine and botany, mixing plants and herbs to treat different ailments. At the time, his methods weren't respected, and many thought his approach was odd. But John didn't give up. He believed in the power of nature to heal the body. Why did John choose this path instead of traditional medicine? His passion for finding new ways to treat people and his belief in nature's healing power pushed him forward. This early curiosity in herbal remedies would eventually set the stage for the world's most popular soft drink. The Civil War and life afterward. In the early 1860s, when the Civil War broke out, Pemberton left his medical career behind and enlisted in the Confederate Army. During the war, he was severely injured, slashed by a saber in battle, and left in extreme pain. The doctors gave him morphine to ease his suffering, and for the rest of his life, Pemberton became addicted to the powerful drug. This addiction would change his life forever. After surviving the war, Pemberton returned home, but he struggled with his morphine dependency. The war and the addiction left him with little energy and no clear path forward. But John wasn't ready to give up. He desperately searched for a cure for his addiction. This led him to Vin Mariani, a drink that combined coca leaves and red wine, which was said to treat ailments, including addiction. What was it about Vin Mariani that intrigued Pemberton? The drink contained coca leaves, which were known to have a stimulating effect. Inspired by this, Pemberton began experimenting with his own version of the drink. Little did he know that this experimentation would lead to the creation of Coca-Cola, a drink that would eventually take the world by storm. The birth of Pemberton's French wine coca. In 1885, Pemberton came up with his own concoction called Pemberton's French wine coca, a mix of coca leaves, cola nuts, and red wine. This was his solution to both his addiction and the need for a product to sell. The coca leaves helped to ease pain, reduce fatigue, and suppress hunger, while the cola nuts provided a caffeine boost. Pemberton believed that his new remedy could treat everything from migraines to anxiety. What did Pemberton hope his drink could do? He believed it could help war veterans suffering from addiction and anyone dealing with pain or fatigue. The drink was an instant success, especially in Atlanta, where it was marketed as a cure-all remedy. But just as Pemberton's business started to take off, trouble came knocking. In 1886, Atlanta decided to join other U.S. states in banning alcohol, which meant that Pemberton's drink could no longer include the wine that made it so popular. John now faced a dilemma. He needed a new formula to keep his business alive. The transformation into Coca-Cola. Faced with the loss of wine in his product, Pemberton worked quickly to find a new formula. He removed the alcohol and substituted it with caffeine. He also added sugar, citric acid, and various fruit extracts to balance the flavor and make it more appealing. The result was a sweet, refreshing beverage that could still provide the energizing effects he wanted. In the same year, Frank Robinson, Pemberton's bookkeeper, suggested a name for the new drink, Coca-Cola. Frank believed that spelling the name with 2 C's would make it more visually appealing and catchy. John agreed, and Coca-Cola was born. What made the name Coca-Cola so memorable? The use of 2 C's made it stand out, and the name itself conveyed a sense of power and energy, perfect for a drink that promised to cure fatigue and provide a boost. Despite the excitement around the new drink, sales were slow, and Pemberton faced financial struggles. Early struggles in marketing efforts. The first year of Coca-Cola sales was disappointing. Pemberton only sold 50 bottles, but the costs of production were much higher. However, Frank Robinson saw the potential and suggested a new marketing strategy. He convinced Pemberton to use banners, store awnings, and streetcar placards to promote the drink. Why was marketing so important at this stage? Frank's marketing tactics created awareness for Coca-Cola, even though the product itself was not yet widely known. The banners and signs caught the attention of the people in Atlanta, helping the drink gain popularity in its local market. Despite the marketing efforts, Pemberton's health continued to decline. He was diagnosed with stomach cancer, and his addiction to morphine worsened. Fearing that he wouldn't have enough money for his family, Pemberton made the difficult decision to sell his shares of Coca-Cola, despite believing in its future potential. The role of Asa Candler in Coca-Cola's success. In the late 1880s, Asa Griggs Candler, an entrepreneur, entered the picture. Candler was initially skeptical about Coca-Cola's potential, but was eventually convinced by Frank Robinson to invest. Candler purchased the rights to the Coca-Cola name and formula and quickly took charge of the company. What made Asa Candler an important figure for Coca-Cola? His belief in the product and his business savvy helped Coca-Cola expand beyond Atlanta and into other parts of the U.S. He was the one who introduced coupons for free samples, a novel idea at the time that helped Coca-Cola gain a loyal customer base. However, despite all this progress, Pemberton never saw Coca-Cola's true success. He passed away in 1888, leaving the company in Candler's hands. As Candler continued to grow the business, he eventually made Coca-Cola a household name across the country. But the journey was far from over. The bottling of Coca-Cola, a game changer. In the early 1900s, Joseph Whitehead and Benjamin Thomas, two lawyers, came up with a bold idea. They wanted to bottle Coca-Cola so that people could take it home with them. Initially, Candler thought the idea was ridiculous, but he eventually agreed, allowing the lawyers to bottle Coca-Cola for just $1. Why was bottling such a groundbreaking idea? It allowed Coca-Cola to reach consumers outside of soda fountains, making it easier for people to enjoy the drink at home. This marked the beginning of Coca-Cola's iconic packaging and set the stage for the company's global expansion. Coca-Cola's global expansion. As the Coca-Cola Company grew, it began to expand its presence internationally. By the 1920s, Coca-Cola was sold in every U.S. state and had made its way to Canada. However, the company faced challenges in Europe, where people weren't as familiar with soft drinks, especially American-made ones. What helped Coca-Cola succeed in Europe? Candler's marketing strategy, including sponsoring Olympic events and promoting the drink as a refreshing international product, helped build demand for Coca-Cola in Europe. The company's image was also tied to American culture, making it a symbol of freedom and enjoyment. The birth of the Coca-Cola Contour bottle. One of Coca-Cola's most iconic features is its contour bottle. In the 1920s, the company created a distinctive bottle that would be difficult for competitors to copy. This bottle became an instant success and became one of the most recognizable shapes in the world. Why was the contour bottle so important? It helped make Coca-Cola stand out from the competition and ensured that consumers always knew they were drinking the real thing. The bottle's unique shape became synonymous with the brand, further strengthening Coca-Cola's position as the world's leading soft drink. The legacy of Coca-Cola, a $74 billion brand. Today, Coca-Cola is one of the most recognized brands in the world, with nearly 2 billion servings consumed every day. It is sold in over 200 countries and has become a symbol of American culture. Despite its humble beginnings, Coca-Cola's journey from a war veteran's cure for addiction to a global powerhouse is a testament to the power of vision, perseverance, and innovation. The story of Coca-Cola is a fascinating tale of struggle, perseverance, and unexpected success. From the war veteran seeking relief from addiction to the creation of a multi-billion-dollar brand, Coca-Cola's journey is proof that sometimes the greatest inventions come from the most unlikely places. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories of success and invention. Thanks for watching.